So this is a story about doing live sound, and this was kind of uh, a job from hell. Uh, when I used to work at, and I mostly do recording studio stuff. Live sound, I did it for a couple years, and it's just not for me. But I was working at this recording studio in Bensalem called Corporate Studios in Pennsylvania. And there was another engineer there, Gene something Grimaldi, I think his last name was. Um, and he asked me as a favor, could I fill in for him to do this live sound because he needed to go away for a week and he didn't want to lose the gig. And I said, sure. And he says, it's a piece of cake. You just show up, make sure there's nothing bad happening, and you get paid. And I said, all right, that sounds good. So I showed up at the place, and it was a place in Bensalem, and the place was called Fisher's Tudor House. And this place is it's like the whole block. It's huge, and they have banquets and they have restaurants and all that. And inside there, they have this thing called Atlantis nightclub, which is an upscale club. So I get there and I figured, okay, I'm just going to sit at the console. I'll make sure things are okay, mix a little bit, and everything will be fine. Well, no one told me that I had to go to the third floor. And from the third floor, it was, you look down the second floor and then down to the first floor, and you could see all the way down. And the band was on the first floor where you couldn't see them. So you had all your mixy consoles, your mixy console and all your outboard gear, all that up on the third floor, and the first floor is the band. So I go, well, how do you monitor this? And they had some little speakers you're supposed to listen to so you can figure out what the band was doing. I go, this is not going to work. And sure enough, it turned into a really bad job because I kept running downstairs to listen and then run upstairs to make adjustments and running downstairs. And this is pre-digital consoles and pre-remote controlling things. We had a big analog console and I had to make all the adjustments. I had the band screaming and yelling at me that things didn't sound right. And it just was a terrible, terrible job. But I had to do it for a week. And it wasn't fun, but crazy, crazy thing. That I've never seen anything like this. But I promised the guy would do it, and I did it. And, he kept his job. But that was my live sound thing. And the one thing I got to say about doing live sound, it's a thankless job. When you do it great and everything sounds great, nobody comes up to you and says, hey, good job. You did good. Here's a tip or something. Nothing. But if you do a bad job, they know who to come and find and start screaming, yelling at. And that's why I just wasn't made for me. Okay, so there you go.